Welcome back to Black Watch Unfiltered, where we deliver the news unfiltered, unapologetic, and unafraid. So today, we have another case coming out of Durham, North Carolina, where an alleged cult leader has been charged with forced labor and money laundering. So David Taylor and Michelle Brennan were arrested and charged with forced labor and money laundering. This case stems from 2014, where back then Mr. Taylor was questioned about his church and the finances and all the lavish spending that he was doing with the church's money. So it is alleged that he forced people to work very long hours in his call centers without pay. It is also alleged that they were given a quota, and if they did not meet the daily quota, they would be denied food and sleep. It is also alleged that the women in the congregation were forced to take Plan B pills. It is also alleged that he did force the women to go down to social services and lie about being homeless in order to get EBT benefits. And once they obtained those EBT benefits, he took the EBT card. It is also alleged that he isolated the members from their family members, forcing them to cut their family members off and have no contact with them. It is alleged that the organization made over $50 million from 2014 up until now, soliciting money through their so-called call center. And it is alleged that that money was spent buying several homes in several different states, Mercedes-Benz, ATVs, jet skis, Rolls-Royce, bulletproof automobiles, and guys, can y'all believe he bought 125 pounds of seafood? Oh, and let's not forget the $6,000 belt and the $10,000 worth of Louis Vuitton that he needed because of his preaching and him sweating out his clothes, and that the church was responsible to buy him luxury Louis Vuitton. Take a listen to what the news have to say.
Look at a joint FBI operation today spanning hundreds of miles from Michigan to Durham all the way down to Florida.
Those raids put two self-professed religious leaders in custody accused in a forced labor and money laundering scheme. CBS 17 has exclusive video in Durham that shows that raid that happened early this morning. Warren showed that the two forced people to be their personal servants and they had to sleep where they worked.
One of two suspects who claim to be religious leaders and are allegedly tied to a human trafficking ring arrested Wednesday in Durham during an FBI raid. Surveillance video you're seeing first on CBS 17 shows the moment agents pulled up to the front door with guns drawn.
David Taylor, all residents of 2523 South Miami Boulevard. This is the FBI with a warrant for this location. Everybody in the house needs to come to the front door with their empty hands in the air.
53-year-old David Taylor of Durham is now charged in a forced labor and money laundering conspiracy investigation that agents say affected people in Michigan, Florida, Texas, and Missouri. In the indictment, Taylor is listed as a leader of Kingdom of God Global Church. 56-year-old Michelle Brennan, listed as an executive director, was also arrested Thursday during a raid in Tampa, Florida, captured in this drone video. Authorities say victims worked in call centers around the country for long hours without pay. Those investigators also tell us if victims disobeyed or failed to reach monetary goals, the suspects punished the victims. The indictment says the church received $50 million nationwide since 2014 through its call center operations. The indictment also alleges Taylor would put workers on various fasts, including a 21-day peanut butter and jelly regiment. Women were allegedly transported to Taylor's location and forced to take Plan B emergency contraceptives.
Now, the indictment says the suspects use most of the donations to purchase luxury properties, vehicles, and sporting goods. Now, if they're convicted, they could face up to 20 to 60 years in prison.
So they call it a religious organization. I call it a cult. Guys, this is cult behavior. That's what they do. They isolate you. They abuse you. They take all your funds. They make you work for free. They sexually abuse you. Why is he forcing the women to get Plan B unless he's doing something to them? That's exactly what cults do. Guys, I remember this case back in 2014. I remember when they was questioning him about why he had that big old house, claiming that the house was some sort of center for the church. And they was asking, was it a personal home or was it a church? And he kept saying in his deposition that it was a church and that it was not a personal home. This man has 4 or 5 huge mansions all over the country, allegedly paid for with church funds. And guys, why is there always a woman there co-signing the wrongdoing that these men are out here doing? Trust me, her ass going down too. Guys, check out these big, beautiful homes.
2014, money they believe he laundered. The FBI raided this multi-million-dollar home in Florida and other locations in Texas, Michigan, and Missouri today. Federal indictments accuse Taylor and the church's executive director, Michelle Brennan, of forcing people to work in call centers in those states without paying them, with punishments for not reaching goals, like public humiliation, sleep deprivation, food and shelter restrictions, physical assaults, and more. accusations Taylor is apparently very well aware of. On the church's website, he already has a 10,000-word letter to his followers claiming these accusations are all lies, driven by racist hate against him. And this isn't the first time Taylor has faced accusations, or rather criticism, for his finances. In 2022, he was sued for not paying some $2 million for a stage setup. And then back in 2014, he was deposed about how he spent money for the church after receiving a donation.
As my grandma would say, he should have took heed. He was fair warned back in 2014 that the FBI was onto his ass, and he kept doing what he was doing. I have absolutely no sympathy for him, and it has nothing to do with him being a black man, because a black man shouldn't have been treating black women like he was treating them. So that's going to do it for this video. Please drop a comment down below and let me know what y'all think about this alleged cult leader. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and let's be friends. See y'all in the next video.